We have so much to be proud of as Filipinos. We have a rich culture. And a land perfect for cultivating some of the best agricultural products in the world. Local and international coffee experts are all saying that the future is promising for Philippine organic coffee because of the increasing demand worldwide. Organic consciousness, turning green, using only natural materials from Mother Nature as soil enriching nutrients, balancing the environment and using the power of the sun has become the standards by which coffee demands are based on. These farming practices are what the Cordillera coffee farmers have been using for their farms for decades.
Mula noon pa, kahit mga tiyempo pa ng mga ninuno namin, organic talaga. Hanggang ngayon, organic farming talaga.
Since 1954, and this coffee plantation was being planted by my father.
4 different varieties of coffee are grown in the Philippines, namely the Robusta, Excelsa, Arabica, and Liberica.
Robusta ang kape dito sa Kalinga.
Of course, the farmer cannot do it alone. Good thing is, they are assisted by their cooperatives, who give them financial support and trainings needed to enhance their production. This partnership between farmers and cooperatives is crucial to the steady and fruitful production of organic coffee.
Relationship between the cooperative and the farmers as good as because the cooperative help very well the farmers through services like lending, and that lending help the farmers improve their lots, cultivating their land that was not cultivated before because they lack finances.
When a member or a farmer becomes a member to the cooperative, he is already a partner of the cooperative.
Aming tinuro sa amin, teach us how to manage coffee farm techniques, different techniques, katulad halimbawa ng pruning system, pruning process, kung paano to maintain the cleanliness the coffee farm.
Instrumental to the development of the organic coffee marketing and certification project is the Central Cordillera Institution Building Program, or CCIBP. The CCIBP was created under a memorandum of agreement with the Department of Agriculture, Agricultural Credit Policy Council, the European Union, and the Central Cordillera Agricultural Program in 2003.
The CCIBP aims to help 22 cooperatives and 9 SLAs that were the main beneficiary of SECAP, SECAP's program. Knowing that when the program of SECAP phased out in 2003, there is still a need to assist these co-ops because they're still young.
Under CCIBP, the ACPC was tasked to undertake program and fund management and to do monitoring and program evaluation on capacity building projects or activities including business development. To smoothly implement the program, ACPC formed partnerships with Land Bank and the People's Credit and Finance Corporation. These agencies were tasked to implement ICB services, provide credit and serve as loan collection agents. The project on coffee, falling under business development activities of the CCIBP, was launched to assist the cooperative beneficiaries of the CCIBP in establishing profitable business ventures and finding alternative market for the coffee farmers.
With this organic coffee marketing, that would further strengthen the business activity of the 5 co-ops that participated in the program.
Another strategic partner of the coffee certification project is the European Union. The European Union has a long history of support for the Cordillera communities that dates back from 1986 to the present.
Well, just over the last few years, since 2003, we've been working together with the ACPC, the Agricultural Credit Policy Committee, and working also with Land Bank to strengthen the work and the capabilities of cooperatives in the Central Cordillera, in particular in Ifugao and Kalinga. And part of that program has also included a participation of the private sector through the Figaro Coffee Corporation, who've been able to work with some of these cooperatives who are producing coffee, the coffee farmers. And one of the most exciting things which has come out of that has been the work to obtain an organic certification for 2 of these cooperatives, one from Kalinga and one from Ifugao, from I think Tanudan in Kalinga and Lagawe in Ifugao. And with that certification, you've seen yourself, I think, in the malls, the price premium that a producer can get for guaranteed organic coffee. So with that certification, these cooperatives will be able to do some very good business. I was in Benawe for the closing ceremonies of this present project with the cooperatives, and I was delighted to hear just how many cooperatives had benefited from the program, how many farmers had benefited from this work, and how many farmers, through their own efforts, plus the help which the project has given them, have been able to strengthen their marketing, to strengthen their revenues, and to really get a good earning potential from this organic coffee. Figaro has made a tremendous difference there by being able to help the farmers in getting their product to market. The organic certification will be the crowning glory. I was delighted to see that overall that program had achieved 96% of its targets, which is pretty good. But that was overall for the program as a whole. Some of the components, like irrigation or like cooperative strengthening, had actually exceeded their targets, producing completion rates of 105%, 110%, and so on. So in that sense, we were very, very pleased with the work which the Department of Agriculture had done, and in particular with the work which the local communities had done, because it's their efforts which made the project a success. There's a tremendous dynamic now to continue the successes which have been achieved. And I think, particularly with this organic certification, that means a premium for the farmers. It means a much higher revenue in return for their very hard efforts. And it means an ability not only to address the Philippine market, but also to address the international market.
Aside from providing financial and technical assistance to cooperatives and loan associations, the Land Bank has also become a strong supporter of the Organic Coffee Certification Project.
We have budgeted around close to 0.3 million, that's around 300,000, just for the certification and training component. There is a big opportunity for us to make an impact on the lives of these people. That's why it's providing for support interventions on how they can be strengthened, on how they can pursue in entrepreneurial activities, is one major activity that we need to do, because there's a lot of potential out there. There's a lot of opportunities that can be tapped, and which can only be tapped if we are able to put them, well, organize them, provide them the necessary trainings and all. Our support to the sector, to the farmer cooperatives, farmer sector, will not end with the closure of the program. And in fact, we will be continuing our interventions, institutional support to these organizations in order for them to be able to strengthen their organization. Land Bank will continue on providing assistance, institutional building, and in fact, we are expanding that to include enterprise development.
The move to help Cordillera coffee farmers acquire IMO certification got a huge support from the Figaro Foundation. Figaro Corporation and Figaro Foundation President Ms. Pasita Juan said she decided to be involved in the program because she saw the poor condition of the coffee farms and farmers.
They don't know that some buyers, some coffee buyers or public organizations could find value in the fact that they grow the coffee in very poor conditions economically, but it's so rich when you talk about environment, when you talk about growing under the shade. All the things that do well for coffee is actually present in their environment.
Like ACPC, she saw the potential of Cordillera coffee and believed its bright prospects. Thus, Figaro Foundation became the market integrator of Cordillera organically grown coffee.
ACPC would have the crops, would have the farmers. There is the mainstream market of just selling it to a trader. But by selling it to a retail company that can add value to it and explain to the people why they have to pay so much or a premium for organic coffee, then it is easier for a retail establishment to explain that to the consumer. It is not so easy to do that in a public market because people will buy it as a commodity, whereas in a coffee shop, the people will buy it as a premium specialty product.
In terms of buying activities, we normally, before harvest time comes, we normally negotiate already with our cooperative farmer members. We ask them what's the usual, what's the expected volume of harvest perhaps, and then we try to propose an existing price wherein the premium rate is already placed there. So then we execute like a MOA, it is usually called a buying agreement. If the buying agreement goes well, then we set dates wherein we ourselves go straight to Lagawe or Kalinga to pick up the coffee.
The farmer beneficiaries are assured of a steady and higher income since Figaro now buys most of their organically grown coffee at higher farm gate prices.
Nung pumasok ng Figaro at saka yung naibigan nila yung mga measurement at saka standard, gumanda-ganda na rin po yung mga quality ng mga kape namin.
Very much better than before, sir. Now that the Figaro are coming to buy our coffee with a higher price, at least our standard of life is being lifted up. Benefits that I receive being a member of this ACPC is after harvesting, I sell my coffee to the Figaro for a better price than the private in Tabuk.
The guidelines and standards that Figaro strictly adheres to and implements are the same guidelines and standards set by the Institute of Market Ecology, or IMO, and Naturland for the organic certification of agricultural crops. Naturland and IMO are Europe-based certification agencies specifically for organic agricultural crops.
The project aims at obtaining organic certification by Naturland, a German-based certifier of organic products. The project follows standards set by the EU regulation on organic farming, if you want to export coffee to Europe, you have to meet standards set by the European regulation on organic farming and Naturland, private Naturland standards. We are implementing a group certification system. The rationale behind group certification systems is to facilitate smallholder group certification in developing countries, to assure compliance with organic standards for producers as a group, and to lower the barriers for them to enter in the organic market. Setting up and sustaining a group certification system implies that there is a central body responsible for ensuring compliance with organic standards. This responsibility has been taken up by the Figaro Foundation. Group certification is for a group as a whole, not for any single farmer. Coffee farmers have to undergo a conversion period of 3 years. So during this conversion period, they learn about organic farming. Coffee growers in Ifugao and Benguet have already attained a full organic status and have received certificates.
Dr. Roland Furstil organizes training programs for farmers about international standards in organic coffee farming.
Coffee farmers learn how to apply organic farming techniques. They learn how to use improved coffee production practices. Training topics include soil management, organic fertilization, coffee management, primary processing, in order to improve the quality of coffee.
Figaro also formed partnerships with institutions such as Benguet State University. And this partnership became fruitful because it resulted in an organic coffee certification for the university.
They help us have our coffee plantation certified by an international organization.
Since the start of the organic coffee production and marketing project in the Cordilleras in 2004, a lot have changed.
Medyo mahirap ang buhay dito, lalong-lalo na dito sa amin. Pero ng mga tao nag-organic farming, I can say na talagang may pinagbago at may ang pamumuhay nila.
It is better now than before because price of coffee beans went higher. Then at least we earned better income.
Life indeed became better for the communities of the Cordilleras. Certainly, the partnership of ACPC, Land Bank, European Union, and Figaro now paved a very promising future for the organic coffee industry in the region.
We are hoping that the achievement made by this pilot program to be adopted by other co-ops. No?
After seeing the benefits enjoyed by the participating Cordillera communities, it is hoped that this project can be duplicated in many more coffee-growing areas in the Philippines. With this, we are sure of a bright future for many more farming communities and a coffee product that is certified world class.